Okay, welcome everybody. I am so excited for this Zoom tonight. If you are new with us, my name is Brittany Hayes. I'm your Ambassador Diamond Upline, and we're going to hear from three rock stars tonight that I'm just absolutely so excited for you guys to soak up their tips. All three of them just got started either the very end of March or very beginning of April. I think two of them signed the very end of March and one beginning of April, or maybe there was all three at the end of March. I don't know. But basically, they all just promoted in 30 days, blew their enrollments out of the water. They enrolled between the three of them well over 130 customers, over 25 distributors, and all promoted to Diamond, Emerald, and Ruby. And so I'm super excited for you guys to hear their stories and hear their tips. What I love so much about, the tips you're going to hear tonight from them is that, they all came in and were brand new and just, right out of the gates, guns blazing, arms swinging, whatever I'm trying to say, and just made it happen. And so if you're new, I want you to hear their stories and realize like this can be you this month. This is the kind of month you can have. If you've been in the business for a while, this is what kind of month you can have. What they did was simple. They just believed. They never once doubted, and they just got up every day making it happen. So I'm super excited. We're going to start with Michaela. Michaela, if you want to unmute yourself and just introduce yourself, just tell a little bit of your story, and then I'm going to let both of the Ashleys introduce themselves, and then we'll jump right in.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. So my name is Mikaela Brown, and I just went Diamond in 30 days, which is crazy. So I am a wife, and I am a semi-new mom. My daughter is almost 6 months old, and she has a lot of medical issues going on. So it's been just such a blessing to be able to still accomplish so much while taking care of her. Like today, we've been waiting for a phone call from the doctor, waiting for a bed in the hospital. So I didn't know if I was going to be doing it here or in the hospital, but worked out great. So this is actually my second go around in this business. I actually joined originally 5 years ago. It would be in 8 or 9 days from now, I would have been my 5-year anniversary with the company. But here's the kicker, which I was just remembering this. It took me 4 years the first time to go Diamond, 4 years versus 30 days, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. And I had to make that difficult decision. My team it was just not a good place. I wasn't in a good place physically, mentally, emotionally. I had just gone through a horrible pregnancy and we just suffered a loss. So it was just time to take a break and focus on myself. I had to do a lot of searching, and I had been following Brittany for the longest time. I saw this girl pop up one day and I had seen someone shouting her out, and I'm like, okay, what? She just did this in this short amount of time. I need to follow her. So I had been looking up to her for so long as it was, and not just based on the business, but the way she carried herself, the way that she shared God's light in every single aspect of her life, not just her business, but her life. And that was just something that I craved and that I wanted. So I made that difficult decision to walk away, and I re-signed up on the 27th of March, and I brought in 93 be my first little 3 days. And then from the 1st of April to the end, we went freaking Diamond, which was just mind-blowing. So that's my story in a nutshell.
And not just like bare minimum Diamond. They were Diamond with like over 10,000 in volume or something crazy, like absolutely just a legendary month. And I just love so much that you're so honest and transparent. Like the first go around, it took you 4 years to go Diamond, but you came in this time not believing that had to be the same thing for the same reality for you this go around. You came in believing like I could do this fast, and you did. So I'm just so proud of you. Okay, now I'm going to go to Ashley Nowotny. If you want to unmute yourself and just introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit of your story.
Hi, you guys. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm in my car because my kids are wild. So I actually just kind of moved my car. But my name's Ashley Nowotny. I just promoted to Emerald. I am 29. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. And like Michaela, I actually had first joined It Works 5 years ago. I did not need an extra income. I actually am very blessed and fortunate that my husband makes enough where I was able to be home with my kids if I wanted to. But for me personally, I had just wanted some extra spending more money. And so I joined the business, and I had promoted to Ruby in my first 3 months. And then after that, for like 4 years, I literally maintained distributor executive. This was 100% just a hobby for me. And then every time I was like, oh yeah, like I see the vision, I would just let life get in the way. And last year, I've had 2 kids since I started. So I'm a mom of 2. And I weighed my heaviest I've ever weighed in my entire life, even after being pregnant. Like, I weighed my heaviest. And I had a talk with my husband, and I was like, hey, listen, like, I'm going to have weight loss surgery. And he was like, yo, you cannot promote a health and wellness company if you're going to do this. You're going to have to walk away. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to do it. I had lost my vision, and I was like, that's fine. I'll take a step back. I got denied. I was not big enough for weight loss surgery. And I just remember feeling like, well, gosh, for so long, like, this has been such a big part of me. And I was like, well, who am I now? What am I? You know, because I 100% believe in network marketing, and there was no other company that just felt so much like at home. So I was like, okay, well, even if I don't work this business, I'm still going to use these products because I just truly believe in what these products can do. So in August, I got serious about our products. I committed to being consistent, and, you know, I shared my journey with my weight loss with my social media. And I saw Michaela was like, hey, you know, I'm jumping back in. The timing's right. And I was like, you know what? Life happens. Like, I'm not joking, you guys. When people tell you that life changes every 6 to 9 months, they're not kidding. My husband just got accepted into a new position as a police officer. My brother is going to be stationed in Korea for 2 years. So we've got a lot of big things coming up. And I was like, there's nowhere else in the world I can make the kind of income that I need that I can in network marketing. And so I was like, let's do it. Let's jump in. I joined on April 2nd, I think is the day that I started. And we literally brought in 5,000 group volume. We have like the most amazing team ever. And I just prayed every single day. I said, God, give me the words that I need for the people in my path that need these products, that need this opportunity. And then I just acted like it was already a given. Like, you ask, you shall receive. And then I got to work, and that's my story. So I'm super excited.
I love it so much. I'm so proud of you. And I know everyone was so inspired watching you bring that volume in last month, because it was very obvious you didn't doubt at all. Like, you knew it was happening. And that really makes all the difference, you guys. Like, if you believe that you can do it, then you will. Whatever you think you can or can't do, you're right. And I just appreciate you so much being so transparent, Ashley, about just like,
Yeah.
even you once were with your mindset and how you pulled yourself back. I know so many people can relate to that, but I know so many people that's hard to talk about. And I just appreciate you sharing that so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So Ashley Franke, if you're able to mute yourself, I would love so much for you to just introduce, sorry guys, for you to introduce yourself as well, and just tell a little bit of your story too.
Okay. Hi, my name is Ashley Franke. I'm a mother of 2 boys, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. So I'm like Ashley and Michaela. This is my second go around with the company. I think it was November 2018. I had started with Michaela originally, and you know, I did good, and I think it took me that time around probably like 5 months to hit Ruby with her. And again, just like her, like, you know, I had a lot of personal stuff going on in my life. My mindset was really off, and just with everything else, I kind of let it go. I just gave it some space, and I kind of just gave up on it. And she actually reached out to me the end of March. March 31st is when I rejoined her, and, you know, she said the same thing. She's like, you know, Ashley, like, I'm rejoining. I would really love it, like, if you came along with me. You know, I found this amazing team, and, you know, all this. And I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not? You know? So I took her up on it, and again, like the first like couple weeks, again, I started to let life get in the way. you know, with the coronavirus, I'm a single mom of 2 kids right now, so I'm homeschooling one, and it's just a lot going on. But you know, I woke up, I think like it was April 15th, and I was like, you know what? No, like I'm gonna do it this time. And I did. I set goals for myself every single day. I completely changed my mindset, and I was able to go Ruby in 11 days. So I made it happen. So completely, you know, mindset is literally everything. That's all I've got to say. Just if you believe in yourself and you know, you set your goals, you can do it. Stick to yourself, you know. So I mean, that's my story so far.
I love it so much. Ashley, you're doing amazing. I know that you were a little nervous to be on here tonight, but you're killing it. I know that everything you shared just now spoke to so many people. I don't know if you've even seen the chat, but mindset is everything. And I just love hearing all three of you just be just so vulnerable with like where you once were, where you are now. And you absolutely slayed in 11 days. Like you're not even giving yourself near enough credit. Michaela can vouch for this. I was blowing her up and I was like, what the heck? Like we've got to get these girls on a Zoom. They're absolutely amazing. And so I'm just so proud of you. And I can't even wait just to see, you know, what May is like for you. I know that you're going diamond and above, and I'm just so excited for you. So, all right, we're going to jump right in. I know everybody wants to hear your tips, and anything that you guys want to share about mindset as you're giving your tangible tips, please do. Because obviously you three are just a living, breathing testament that mindset is everything, and that when you flip that switch, big things can happen. But I would love, we'll start with you, Michaela, and then we'll go just back in order. But I just would love for you to share, like, what were the biggest things that you did in April that really, you know, just sealed diamond in the bag? Like what are things that you feel like everyone on here should be doing no matter what?
Okay, first off, I'm gonna blame the crying on being so sleep deprived. Whew, okay. Whew, okay. Anyway, like I'm just so proud of those two, and especially like getting on here. I know, like, yeah. Okay. Anyway, host to post is the key. Like legit, I am obsessed with host to post. I honestly, like today I've gotten up 46, I think now. And it's just so important to expand on that. So like, yes, 10 is a goal. And if you're just starting out, I know even 10 can seem overwhelming, especially when you're getting like 5, 10, 15 comments on each one. But as time goes on, you need to make sure you're bringing in new. Even as the month goes on, you'll notice that, oh, these same people are wanting to post again and again and again, especially with those like weekly giveaways and stuff we do. It's just super important to have a few of them post about the giveaway. That is the key, I feel, is to help grow your network really quickly. And it just literally, like if you're having a bad day and no one's posting for you and you're just like down in the dumps, you're like, okay, hold up. Let me just have these 3 people go post about the giveaway. I kid you not, 3 of my posts have over 100 comments. I haven't even started messaging them. And all I had them do was literally post about the giveaway that we're doing instead of doing a product or a distributor post. That is like host to post it up. That's my motto for 2020 is just host to post it up and do self-development. I will not even lie. I read 4 books the entire time I was in the business prior to this. And since I have joined, I have read 18 books this time. And I just constantly have audiobooks playing in the background. I swear my daughter is going to be a genius when she's a little older because she's getting all the self-development. Like she's being told she is worthy and all this stuff. I love it. But I think those are my 2 biggest tips. And posting the life posts consistently. I know a lot of people are like, well, distributor hap, like, you don't want someone to just jump right into your business right away. But honestly, that's not the point of, for me, that's not how I run my distributor host to post. I use the distributor host to post to make that connection to get them on my main page. And then I keep watering the seeds over and over again with life posts. And it wasn't until I started being super vulnerable about even what's going on with my daughter. And before that, like, just I was hiding everything. It didn't matter if I was actively working my business or not. I was just hiding everything. I was not showing that I was going through, like, I had hyperemesis in my pregnancy, which if you don't know that, you're literally sick from dawn till dusk and it never ends ever until you have your baby. And then after she was born, just being so vulnerable and sharing what we're going through has touched so many more people. And I think honestly, just self-development is you hear it all the time, but you won't understand it until you actually truly do it. Because I cannot tell you how much my whole life has changed, not just my business, but my marriage is better. We communicate better, like everything, mindset and self-development and host to post. Those are your three things. Just those are your three things. So I think those are my three biggest like aha tip things.
I love that so much. And you guys, if y'all didn't catch that, she's read 18 books since she rejoined. Like, she's not playing around when she tells you guys that she's like taking self-development to the max, and it's showing. Like Diamond in 30 days, and like their enrollments, you guys, were insane. And so if this isn't like the proof you need, you've heard it a million times that mindset is everything and that self-development is everything. But if this isn't like the proof in the pudding right here, I don't know what is, because it's just like, I can't, like Michaela said, like until you do it, you don't understand. It can seem like just one extra thing to do. Hold on, let me make sure everyone's muted. It can easily just seem like one extra thing to do until you start doing it. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine having a day where I'm not immersed in it, because you feel so much better. And I know that even though Michaela didn't go into great detail, I know a lot of her story, and I know that she's really, really got her hands full with everything going on in life, but I never hear her complain. She just is so solution minded and figures things out. She has no excuses and gets things done. And I'm sure she would say, I think she actually did just say, that so much of that is due to self-development, because when you're keeping your mind in a good place intentionally, you feel more equipped to handle the trials of life. And so if you're going through something right now, like there's no better recommendation you could take right now than from, you know, what she just said, is like, keep your mind in a good place, do your self-development, and then just go get it done. So on that note, we're going to go over to Ashley Nowotny. Ashley, I would love for you to just share like what were your biggest things you did this month. And also, before I pass it over to Ashley, Michaela, while Ashley's talking, do you want to share in the chat what you have them post for the giveaway? I saw someone ask that, and I meant to ask you that when you were talking. But Ashley, if you just want to share what were your biggest things that you did, what do you strongly feel like everyone should be doing no matter what? And then if you want to just share anything different you're doing this go around that you feel like you wish you would have done the first time.
Yeah, so we actually just talked about this in our group chat with our team last night. So when people tell you that comparison is the thief of joy, they're not joking. I feel like the first time around, I was just so caught up in, I should be doing what they're doing. I should be doing what they're doing. I don't look like this person. That's why I'm not successful. I don't sound like this person. I don't sound educated and sophisticated. You know, I don't wear expensive makeup. I literally actually only put on makeup tonight because it was an excuse to put on makeup. But other than that, like I don't do my hair. I don't do my makeup. I don't wear fancy clothes. And so I just got so caught up in trying to have the right words and the right pictures, and like that, it just consumed me, and I wasn't actually putting in the work. In fact, you had one of your videos, it was so funny that you did after one of the big announcements they did for a promotion. You're like, before you get caught up in the details, just get to work. And I was like, yes, preach it. So I'm a blue personality. I never realized this until this recently. I just love to just have fun. I'm very passionate. And so I was like, dude, like, this is my strength. Why am I not sharing this with people? And so the biggest thing for me has just been like sharing so vibrantly how I feel about these products. Like, and then also, sharing people's objections with these products. So people who want to lose weight, right? They have problems snacking. It's coronation, and they're like binging on all these foods because they're just so bored and they're snacking. They've got cravings. They don't have time to exercise. They don't eat good. You know, all these things. And so every time, like every single day, I'm posting about how these products make me feel. And I might not always post like about the skinny brew. I'll be like super vague, like about what I'm doing, just to get people's, you know, attention. Because then they're like, they'll message me and they're like, literally, what are you doing? So I always talk about my duo. But honestly, like, I'm just so excited about how I feel. Like, I couldn't get up off my couch. I couldn't do the dishes. Like, I could do one chore at a time. I couldn't chase my kids around the playground. And I'm like, okay, this skinny coffee has got me cleaning the whole house. And I just went through Boone Stressor, you know. I went from being able to walk 2 minutes on the treadmill, and I, you know, ran for 34 minutes the other day, and that's because of our products. And so I'm just being so loud about how I feel, and just being so vulnerable and so transparent. I had like, lives are so scary and they're so nerve-wracking and they're so far out of people's comfort zones, but I'm telling you, that is where the bread and butter is at. I just keep them so short and simple, but I have just been getting on there and I'm like, listen, before I started these products, like I was considering weight loss. I like, you know, my marriage was not the greatest because, you know, when you have lack that self-confidence, you don't want to go out, you don't want people to look at you, you don't want to go out with friends. And then I talk about like, okay, we're going all the places now. Like, you know, my husband's like, get off of me, girl, like calm down, you know, just being so vulnerable. And I'm like, you know, I have had so many people reach out to me and they're like, girl, I just watched your live and that's exactly what I'm going through. Like, help me, help me. And then the other one, and this is going to just sound so silly, but just being confident. Like I have, like before, I would never offer more than one product at a time because I was so afraid to get told no because of the price. And I have just gotten my hands on so much information, you know, watching all the product information videos, just feeling confident in what our products can do. And I literally, right off the bat, I recommend for every single person, I ask them, what are your weight loss goals? You know, what do you struggle with? What is your routine like? And I'm like, tell me, like, I need to know all the things. And then I just throw down like, girl, we need to get you triple threat. We need to get you a cleanse. We need to get everything rebalanced. You need some skinny coffee in your life. You need some Thermify X. And I'm just so excited about it. And I tell them, like, this is what it's going to do. It's going to help with your cravings. It's going to help with your energy. You're going to feel good. And when you feel good, you're going to be motivated to move and you're going to see these results. And I'm like, let's do it. Sound good? And they're ready. They're all ready. They're not even fazed by the price because they want to feel like that. And that has just been the biggest game changer for me this time around. It's just being so excited.
All right, you've got me wanting to buy all the products from you. Like, you're fire. I love your confidence so much. I want to ask you a follow-up question because you kind of talked about this, and I want everyone to hear this. So number one, you guys, I think it's like extremely obvious right now. Her confidence is just coming through the Zoom right now. And so you can only imagine the way her conversations with her customers are going. And that, I promise you, is why she signed so many customers, and that's why they're all so high BV. But Ashley, I saw your post today, and by the way, I didn't know this about you, but I saw your post that you've lost 50 pounds from the products, and I think that is so amazing. And you are just so confident in your own skin, and you're so like just hyped about your own journey you've gone through. What would you say to someone, because I hear this a lot, that's like, well, I just feel like people won't trust me because I don't have the right results yet, or I'm still on my journey, or whatever. What would you say to someone like that? Like, to flip that mindset around, to be like, no, you can inspire people with your journey.
Okay. We have a girl that just joined our team. I don't know if she's on here. She just messaged me and said she wasn't able to get the password to work, but that's actually why she joined our team, is because she has to make these health changes, right? Because otherwise, like, she could honestly die, and she has to make these health changes. And, you know, we were just talking and she was so inspired and she saw the vision. When I was starting out in my health journey, okay, at 240 pounds, do you want to know what I did every single day? I got on Instagram and I looked at before and after pictures. I looked at all of these women who were where I was, and I wanted to see that it was possible that I could be where they were at now. I wanted to know. I wanted my hands on all the tip and all the motivation and all the inspiration. And so if you're just getting started and you're like, nobody's going to, no, girl, they're going to see, like, if you can do it, then they can do it. And it's the same thing with our income opportunity. They're going to see, like, Jade freaking Hooper, who's in her house, not flushing her toilets, hanging curtains in her doorways. Like, okay, if she's broke and I'm broke and now she's making $1 million, I can make $1 million. And that, like, you have so much power. And I know it's hard to believe because we joined for such selfish reasons, but you are literally going to inspire so many people with your journey, whether you believe it or not, whether you have that confidence or not yet. It's just like with the cure to cancer. If you had the cure to cancer, it would be selfish of you not to share with everybody in the world. And that's what we have our hands on. So just be confident. Talk about how it makes you feel. Even if you don't have those results yet, talk about how it's making you feel. Talk about how I literally could not get off my couch. I had to do my chores in stages throughout the day because I would run out of energy. I didn't want to take my kids to the park because so talk about, like, I'm so excited I got my skinny brew. Watch me go down that side with my kid, in 3 weeks from now. That's my goal. I started today and I could walk on the treadmill for 2 minutes. Watch me do 3 minutes tomorrow. Thank God for Thermify X. What would I do without this product? Who feels like this? Who wants to do this with me?
I love that so much. Oh my gosh, I just got the chills when you said, like, just going on Instagram and just looking at those before and afters and knowing, like, why not you? Like, it's 100% possible for you too. And I just love you guys. Like, everything she's sharing is so simple. Like, she's just encouraging you to share where you're at. You don't have to be at perfection to start having incredible results. I promise you, you can have more results than someone who seemingly looks perfect on the outside if you believe in yourself more than they do, and you're willing to really get raw with people and inspire people on a level that perfect person isn't willing to talk about. You guys, on my most perfect days, I don't inspire people near as much as when I get real about my anxiety I've struggled through and like the low points of my life. Like, that's what people want to know about. And so if you've been believing this lie, like, oh, I can't do it until I'm perfect, I'm just sorry, but that's all it is a lie. And you got to realize that. So thank you so much, Ashley. That was so good. Okay, Ashley Franke, we're going to move over to you. And I would love so much just for you to share, what were you doing last month that you feel like made such a difference? What do you think everyone on here should be doing? And then again, just same thing I asked Ashley Nowotny, like, what is something that maybe you're doing now that you didn't do the first time around that you just feel like has made all the difference?
So I'd say this time I've been like a lot more confident. Like, every day, like, you know, I get out my chart and I'm like, okay, this is the amount of volume that I need to do in this amount of time. And, you know, I set goals for myself every day. Like, you know, every night before I go to bed, I'm like, okay, this is like the amount of volume that I should aim for, you know, for tomorrow. And, you know, it's just every day I'm setting goals for myself. And, you know, sometimes they may seem high. Like, I mean, one day I had like a goal of like, I was like, oh my God, I need like over 400 in volume. And you know what? I came out with like 600 in volume. So, you know, don't look at it as like, oh my God, like I'm never going to do it. Like, that's not even possible, because like, that's so not true. Like, you just got to keep pushing, and you got to keep feeling confident and, you know, believing in yourself, because I was feeling awesome that day. And I mean, if I can do it, there's no reason that anybody else can't do it. So, you know, and all my customers, pretty much every single one of them that I signed were through Host to Post. So that is huge. You need to get your Host to Post up. Like, every day I make sure that I have, you know, at least the 10 up. You know, that is huge. So the Host to Post, like setting goals for yourself, believing in yourself, you know, staying confident. Those are just, you know, mainly what I changed. Like, I just feel like last time I looked at like the big number and I was just like, it stresses you out. You know, you're kind of like, I just feel like when you break it down, you know, God, I don't even know how to put it into words, but like, I love to set goals for myself. And I just feel like if you set goals for yourself every single day and like you help achieve them, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm like nervous and like, I don't know exactly what to say. Cause like, honestly, like I have just overall confidence is where it's been at. Host to Post, I've just been making sure I've done my Host to Post. I've been setting my goals. I've been making it happen no matter what. You know, that's it. You know, my mindset, I've completely changed it. I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to be able to stay home, my boys, and be able to take care of them, especially like a time right now, like with the coronavirus. Like, this is something perfect. You know, it's a perfect opportunity for, you know, so many people are out of jobs right now and not able to make money. And, you know, I'm very grateful for this opportunity. And I'm grateful that Michaela, you know, reached out to me. And, you know, I was very hesitant when she did reach out to me, because I was just like, I don't know, like I did okay the first time, you know, but like, I'm glad I took that leap of faith and I went with her again. Yeah, just Host to Post, guys. You know, your confidence, your mindset is literally everything. Praying, I pray every morning over it. Like, I mean, Brittany, I heard you say too, like, you know, like God is your business partner. And I 100% believe that. Like, you know, I believe, you know, if he's your business partner, like you said, you can't fail. So, I mean, that's what I did. So hopefully that can help.
I am so proud of you. And I love so much that you're just explaining, like, you just set those milestones for yourself. You have a big goal, but every day you're going to break it down. Like, all right, I want to get 400 in volume today. And you don't care if it sounds high or scary, because the day you wanted to get 400, you got 600. And so I just love, like, that's just such a reminder of, like, even if you have a big goal, you know, we had a small Zoom earlier, a couple people that are going for promotions. And we were talking about how like if someone is going for diamond, but they're only a distributor, like help them go ruby and say like, hey, go ruby by this date. And then from this point, when they go ruby, then you're going to make a game plan for diamond. Like, you know, sometimes we have to just like bite off little bits at a time. And that's what I watched you do this month. And I think that that is just so amazing. And like you said, it's just so, it makes it so much more attainable. It makes you feel like, all right, I've got this. But I had one follow-up question for you, Ashley. What would you say to someone on here who is like, I'm just shy. I'm nervous to talk to people. I don't feel like I have what it takes. I don't know that I can sign as many people as you. Like, what would you say to those people?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Well, I was right there with you. I mean, I still like, I come off very shy, but I don't know, like I feel like once like you just push through it and you break out of that shell, like, you know, you're good. Like, I mean, I just was really able to push out of my shell. I'm like, I know this is what I want to do. And if I want to make it happen, you know, I got to get through it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't hide in your shell forever, basically. So you want to make it happen, you got to go for it.
I love that. So just a little bit of just simply put, guys, I think what she's trying to say is like, you just got to make yourself do some things that you maybe don't want to do. Like if the goal is important to you, you got to get over like how you feel right now in the interim, because you won't always feel that way. I saw someone ask in the comments, they said, you know, what do you do if you're having a bad day? I think that that kind of ties into what she just said. Like sometimes you just have to decide the bad day's over. I'm still going to do it anyways. And do yourself
too. So yeah.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I said, yeah, and I've had some of those too. So, you know, you just, you know, I will be sitting and I'll be like, great, like here goes today. But you know what? You really do. You got to push through it. You got to decide like, no, it's going to be a good day. I got to get positive. And like, you just got to get right back into that mindset and get back out there. I
love that so much. Well, I'm so proud of you. I'm cheering you on to Diamond, and I know so is everyone else. And I just can't wait to watch you slay this month too. All right, wrapping up, Michaela, is there any final tips that you would like to share with everyone before we wrap this up?
Honestly, it's literally the most simple business plan we ever could have. We literally get paid to help other people make money and help other people feel good about themselves. And if we keep that in our mind, like, okay, we are here to serve others. And I think that was like a huge mind shift for me, because now I'm like, dude, these two, like, I've loved them for forever, obviously. But like watching them even on this Zoom, like, I don't even care that I just went diamond. Like seeing what they've accomplished and like just, I don't even know how to put it into words, just like being so proud and like being, okay, if it wasn't for me saying, okay, let's do this again, they wouldn't have been able to accomplish all of this just for me being selfish and being like, oh no, I've tried that. But no, instead I get to watch these two completely soar about, like, trust me when I say neither one of them, when I messaged both of them, they were both much more hesitant than you may think. But I basically just told them, I was like, you know what? Nope. I believe in you. You're going to do this again, and we're going to do it together, and we're going to rock it. And sure enough, we did. On the last day of the month, we still needed, well, for Ashley Nowotny to go Emerald, she needed 1,474 BV. We ended the day. Ashley F hit her goal of enrolling a certain number, which was insane. And then, wait, did I just say Ashley Franke? The Ashleys both hit their goals. Okay, I've gotten that in my head now too, Brittany. The Ashleys both hit their goals. But just knowing, like, that was a big number. That was a really big number. And we just looked at it and we're like, okay, how many triple threats is that? Okay, we can do that. And then you have to calculate all the other things. But we're just like, okay, let's split it up. Let's just go hardcore. And honestly, both of the Ashleys are the queens of selling triple threats, and it is 100% in their mindset. They are 100% better at me than that. I'm strong in signing distributors. They are bosses when it comes to signing loyal customers, because they go the extra mile. And they're like, okay, well, what do you need? How can I be of better service to you by offering this to you? And honestly, changing your mindset, finding someone who motivates you. And it doesn't have to be same color personalities. Like, I'm red, I'm blunt. And those two, they're not very red. I feel like both of y'all getting a little bit of red, but finding someone who motivates you and pushes you, it needs to be a friend that's like not going to be like, oh, you're having a bad day, let's chat about it and have a pity party together. They need to be like, oh, no, you need to pick yourself up, let's push forward. And I think that's super important, because like, even for me, I get stuck on negative things, and I have to remind myself, I'm like, okay, no, I'm leading this team to go bigger. We're going big and we're going fast, and we need to be on the top of our game. We need to be making sure our mindset is where it's at. And trust me, I'm literally running on maybe 1 to 2 hours of sleep per night for the last 6 months of my life. And so like, I'm exhausted and it doesn't matter. I don't feel like getting my host post up every day. I just do it anyway. And that's like the biggest tip I've ever been given was, even on the days you don't feel like it, do it anyway. You're not going to feel motivated to work your business every single day. I mean, that's just life. You're not gonna. But the fact that you do it anyway is what's going to catapult you into that next level. And personally, me, I enjoy it. Like, this is my escape from my, I guess you would say, reality. Just being able to inspire other people and to watch people become so successful and so much more confident in themselves is so awesome. Like, I just love that they both got asked to do this. I really wish that I would have just given it to them. Like, they did so great, and I just am so proud of both of them, and I cannot wait to announce them both as diamonds at the end of this month. I just get chills even thinking about it.
Oh my gosh, I love it so, so much. And just for the record, the Ashleys, she's so proud of you. Every time she and I text, like, she's talking all about you guys. And when we talked about the Zoom tonight, she's like, really? They should be the ones doing it. They sign way more customers than me. And so I just love watching you, Michaela, how proud you are of them. That just shows like what kind of leader you are. And I just absolutely love so much how you guys complement each other. And just everything that you guys shared tonight, everything you guys shared is just complete gold. I know everyone's just soaking it up so much. Ashley Nowotny, did you have one final tip you want to leave everyone with?
Yes, this is like the biggest aha for me, and I hope that you sincerely take something away from this. You, out of all of the people in the world, out of all of the circumstances, you know, out of all of the million things that have to happen, God created you for a reason. You are not flawed. He was not mistaken. You are you, and that is your superpower. So stop trying to be everybody else, okay? Whatever you are passionate about, whatever you are excited about, shout that from the rooftops. Be so excited, you know, just be so dang proud of yourself. Be so confident, you know, and you obviously see a vision. You obviously have somewhere that you want to go with this business. That's why you said yes in the first place. And who are we to say that emerald is not possible in 30 days, that diamond is not possible in 30 days? Who said that that was not possible? Who said that you cannot do this? Nobody said that this was not achievable. So tell yourself right now it's happening. Pray to God, say, you know what, bring these people in my path, give me the words, and then get to work like it's already a done deal. You ask God, you say, I'm signing 5 customers, tell me what I need to say, bring these people to my path, and then work like those 5 people are waiting for you. Like, they're waiting for you to cross their path. And that is as simple as that. Yes, ask God and he will provide. And I just want to preface this. I am not an overtly religious person. It was not until I joined this business that I saw the power, you know, and just how truly incredible. I don't go to church all the time. I don't listen to sermons all the time, but I'm telling you, I have prayed every single day this month, and I have just been so grateful. I have just said, thank you for the abundance of customers. Thank you for this team that has such incredible growth and leadership. Thank you for the unlimited resources of people to reach out to and to, you know, we just have so much. We have our hands on so much, and I have just been so grateful. Even if I only signed one Thermofy X customer, I'm like, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to change this person's life. You know, and so just being grateful, be excited, and just be you, because your people that are following you right now, they followed you for a reason, because they like you, not because you're somebody else, not because, you know, for any other reason, but they connected with you for a reason. So don't lose sight of that. Just embrace yourself and your journey, and just be real and transparent. And I know that's so scary, but like the other Ashley said, once you break through that boundary, you're like, why have I not done this every other day? Because this is just so inspiring, and you're just going to feel so confident, because people are going to reach out to you and they're like, thank you truly for being yourself. So that is probably my biggest aha and my biggest tip, and I hope that that resonates with you guys.
Oh my gosh, so good. And I love you being so transparent and sharing that, you know, you haven't been a super religious person the majority of your life, but it didn't stop you from trying to form a relationship with God and getting to know him and believing that he wanted to bless you. I think that is just like the biggest missing piece in so many people's businesses. When I was on my like quarterly offsite in Scottsdale in March, I read a book, and in the book it said, have you become an expert at serving God and knowing a lot about him, but a novice at being his friend? And the whole point of that chapter was he was saying so many people know all the things about God and they go to church and they know all the things, but they don't really have that relationship, and they don't believe that he wants to have their back, and they don't believe that he wants to bless them. And that missing link will keep you from so much abundance. And I love just so much hearing you share like, hey, like I didn't like always do all the things, but I believe that he'll do this for me and I ask him for it every day. I just think that was so powerful, and I appreciate you opening up and sharing that. Okay, Ashley Franke, do you have one final tip you want to leave everyone with?
Gosh, I feel like Ashley just said it all. Literally. I mean, I say the same thing. Like praying. Like I said before, like I pray every single morning, you know, night. Like I think that is so important. And you know, like she said too, like every time I get a customer, even if it is just a, you know, the regular Thermopyte X, like I'm like, thank you, God, you know, like I think that is like the biggest thing, that your mindset, like your confidence, like all that is key to your business right there. I think that's just,
you know, Cindy always shares that gratitude precedes blessing, and that the more grateful we are for the little things that God gives us, the more he'll continue to give us more. And you guys are just such like an incredible example of that. And I'm just so proud of you guys. Everyone got so much from this tonight. And I just can't wait to watch you guys continue to rock out this month. I can't wait for everyone else that watched this and is so inspired to take these tips and, you know, listen to what they said. Why not you? Like, who said you couldn't do it? Who said that you fell short? So I will get this recording uploaded ASAP in case you guys have team that was working or, you know, for whatever reason missed this live. But thank you guys so much. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you, Ashley Nowotny. Thank you, Ashley Franke. You guys killed it, and we are just so proud of you guys. Love you guys.